Alright, we have a new chapter of the Saki spin-off Toki, which has really been impressing me lately. So they had the training match with Sarah-chan, who of course becomes a major player in the later Saki series. They lost. The practice match was a crushing defeat, but in the aftermath, Toki and Rika became closer. In chapter 25, I'm going to go so far as to say it has one of my favorite Yuri scenes ever. I'm actually going to go so far as to say ever. It's just so beautiful, so light, so delicate, and yet it has that feeling of epiphany, of suddenly like a light of truth shining through the clouds that the characters are feeling. So Toki is staying over at Ryuka's house. Yuka is really taking care of her, being very nice. And Toki's like, oh, you're kind of like my mom, you know? You both pamper me so much. And Ryuka-chan says very casually, oh, it's just because your mom loves you so much. Your mom loves you, so of course she pampers you like that. And then Toki says, so that's why. So you love me too. You love me too. Why does Ryuka-chan fuss over me so much? It's because you love me. She says it so straightforwardly, so innocently, so confidently. Oh my god, I love it. 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 I don't know why, but she immediately isn't just like, yeah, because I love you too, you know? I don't know why it wasn't obvious to me before, but we both love each other. And that's wonderful. No, it's going to be a little more dramatic than that. So Rika is like super flustered. They talk for a little bit about the game before. Toki again realizes the overflowing truth that Rika loves her. It's so great. I cannot begin to tell you how much I love this scene. So that happens, and then kind of feeling closer to her, feeling like she's gone so far, she decides to tell Toki the story that she hadn't told her before. So we remember, way back in a very early chapter, when they first start hanging out, Ryuka says, you have to promise that you won't become special to me. So there's that mystery. Why did she say that? What does that mean to her? And then there's the mystery of this necklace. What is this necklace that she's always wearing? Why is it so important to her? So now there's been 2 chapters since then that told the story of Ryuka getting this pet hamster, loving it so dearly, the pet hamster being, in many ways, a lot like Toki. I kind of see that now, having gone back and read chapter 25 again. The way she's pampering Toki and taking care of her is very similar to the way she treated her hamster. But then, of course, the hamster dies. It's kind of her mom's fault. The mom was a little neglectful. It's just an accident. It's too bad. So it sort of explains, too, this sort of tension between Toki and her mother and this strange feeling of distance between them. And it also explains why Toki was so, or why Ryuka and her mother, I think I said Toki several times when I meant Ryuka. You understand. Why Ryuka was so hesitant to let anything into her heart, to feel that special connection to anything again because of the pain she suffered when her hamster died. So, we don't know still, though, what the necklace is, what the connection is there. So we will find that out in this chapter as the flashback continues. Here we see Ryuka siphoning with a little hand pump something from a jerry can into like a flask. I have absolutely no understanding of what this behavior can mean. She's wearing like a festival happy, it looks like. So I guess that's maybe something you do at a festival. I wish I could warm not only my body but also my heart, it says. I don't know. Okay, anyways. Oh, alright, so she's wearing the same outfit. So it has something to do with this heater or something? I have no idea. I don't understand what she's doing. Grandma's not cold. Hey, with Grandma. It's cold inside the house this time of year. Only because Hamu is gone. Hamu. Hamster. Still moping about the hamster. I can understand. And I like that it ended up being something like this. I remember when the first chapter came out with the flashback, I read the comments. Why am I reading comments? You should never read comments. But a lot of people were like, "Whoa, that's it? Is this the hamster?" But these are supposed to be primary school girls. These are children, and that sort of thing really hurts when you're a kid. Like, let me tell you, as someone who had pets die growing up, I mourned them like nobody's business, like just inconsolable for long stretches, unreasonably inconsolable. It's the power of moping that only a child can have. So I have no doubt whatsoever that this sort of story is totally feasible to account for all of the complexity of Ryuka's character. It's great. It's great. And yet there's even something beyond that too. There's a line she kept using during this story where she goes, I'm the best at being a good girl. Being a good girl is what I'm best at. Something along these lines. And she was behaving that way even before she got the hamster. When her mom was too busy to take her to the zoo. I was just reading these chapters. It's not that my memory is so great. I was rereading them to remember. Before I read this one. Her mom is like, we can't go to the zoo. Toki's like, nah, that's okay. Or Rika's like, yeah, that's okay. And then she goes, you could buy me a macaron to make it up for me, to me. So, like, even in her sadness and her disappointment, she has this perspective that she knows how to help alleviate her mother's guilt. Like, she goes even that far to be a good girl. So her character is actually quite complex, and I think the way she's behaving with this hamster thing is really, really well done, and how it lines up with the character that we've come to expect. Ooh, the mom still can't home from work. Oh no. Then mom only came back home very rarely. We have lunch together, so don't worry about it. You really are a good girl, Rika. What a present for such a good girl. The necklace? Probably the necklace. Oh, the condo. Yeah. Second floor from the top on purpose. Yuka seems like not happy necessarily. So we saw her go to this condo once before, right? She like goes here and talks to her mom on the phone. That happens pretty early on in the series. And I remember at the time being like, oh, her mom's not dead. Oh, I was like, sure, her mom would be dead. Because she also stays with her grandma quite a lot. And like when Toki first comes over, it's over to her grandma's house where they learn how to play mahjong. Because not happy. Change schools, I guess. Pretty far from the other house. This house or the other house, just use whichever one you want. So I guess she thought maybe Ryuka, because of the hamster incident, had such trauma around the previous house, she's giving her a chance to break from all of that. Because it's like, the hamster died because it was too cold, and there's lots of other references to their house being cold, because it's like an old house and it's probably not very well insulated. You know? So now here, she's like, you have this gorgeous new condo. It's very modern, it's very warm and safe. I can understand the way she behaves. I'm really impressed with this. I don't know. Is any of this landing with you people? To me, it's like, this is really nice character drama. And then on top of that, we have the Yuri. And on top of that, we have the Mahjong, if you can even remember. But this is good. So she's left alone in this condo. Mom doing her best, but making Strange efforts. The Japanese maple behind her. Looking like dank weed. What's wrong with me? Sure, Mom was trying to cheer me up in her own way. She bought this condo for me. She works a lot. Is always busy. That's also for me. She's gonna say, let's do our best together. I wish she would stay here with me. There's gonna be one more twist. She's looking in the mirror, or the window. What's she gonna see in the reflection? Oh, no, never mind. I thought we were setting up a thing where she's like, surprise, I didn't leave after all. I got you this necklace or something. Oh. She overhears her mom and grandma fighting. Oh, that's rough. Fighting about her. Fighting about whether it's okay for the mom to be away from her daughter this much. She understands she has to endure it, right? Always run away from the things you find inconvenient. Oh, you're telling me that. Oh, generations of trauma. And it's like I have no thought whatsoever that we'll ever hear the rest of that story, or even more of that story. But just that one line alone gives it so much gravity. And it's like it's up to you whether how legitimate you think that line is, how much you should take that line at face value. But it at least shows this other side to Ryuka's mom, where she also maybe resents her mother, where she also feels like the difficult conversations and the difficult choices haven't been made. This is so good. Oh, it's so sad. Oh, poor Ryuka. That's so brutal. All she wants to do is be a good girl. She just wants to be with her mom, to be a good girl. She's looking at the cage where her hamster was. Oh, man. And they had this as a plot line, that she was like really worried about the hamster getting too fat. Always trying to not give it too many treats, too many seeds, which it loved so much. But then giving in because it was so darn cute, because it was so special to her that she wanted to be able to do whatever it wanted. Kind of like an analogy that Ryuka's mom may be making choices that seem self-destructive, seem irresponsible, but deep down doing it to try to just give her daughter what she wants all the time, no matter what. And I kept thinking through the whole hamster story, like, oh God, like, is it going to get sick because she overfed it? Is she going to accidentally starve it because she's trying to slim it down? Like, I kept thinking she was going to make a mistake and it would end up being her fault. And I was like so terrified of that prospect that it was almost a relief when the mom just killed it by mistake. Ah, man. I just remembered a story. I'll save it to the end in case you don't care. But I have a truly terrifying story for you. So stay tuned for terror. Oh, wait, never mind. I'm an idiot. We did hear what the necklace was about. I totally forgot, yeah. That was like really early on. That was like near the start of the flashback. She actually just gets the necklace itself. She puts the seeds in it. Eating any snacks you would have wanted would have been fine. Oh, so this... Okay, so the analogy is, the parallel here is that Ryuka feels like the hamster was going to die anyways. Then she should have spoiled it. She should have just given it whatever it wanted. Should have been as happy as possible until the time it died. And she's wondering if her mom is really working so hard for their survival, if she really needs to work like this, would it maybe not be better, would they maybe not be happier if they just gave up and at least had each other, if nothing else? Is that what's going on? That's the big sad, man. That's the big sad echoes through me when I think of things like that. The idea of parents sacrificing and slaving away for their children, and their children wanting nothing more than their parents just to give up, that nothing that they're working for matters more to them than just the presence of their parents. That's a real one, man. I'm sure that happens to so many children all over the world. That's a story that's as old as time. And it's so damn sad. Strange. I feel like there's a big hole in my chest. This is a cool image. That's very distressingly conveyed. This hole gets even bigger. In that case, it'd be better if I never again. This is when she kind of starts becoming a little distant. And here's a girl that ends up being her friend, right? This is one of the other Mahjong Club members. Spacing out, sorry. She's become distant now. She's stepped away from the world. Someone important, someone precious. Not her hamster, not her mother, not her grandmother. They all just hurt her in the end. Never again. But what? Oh, guess what? Who's gonna show up? Who's this little hamster-looking girl that can see into the future? That's a nice meal. Stay a bit longer after eating. Oh, so she's going back to the condo, I guess, outside of meals. Woo! Playing some Mahjong. Back before Mom was so busy. They used to play three-hand, which is a little more feasible. Oh. Is this gonna make her feel better, Grandma? I don't know. This one's touchy. Because it's like... this bear represents your hamster, who is dead. This bear represents your mother, who is as good as dead. You'll never see either of these people again, so we'll just enjoy using the bears. Is that really what you want Ryuka to be thinking? Everyone must play in their own style. I like this. I like this kind of idea of her role-playing as her hamster playing Mahjong. I just like that they're playing Mahjong again, too. You know, in the end, this is supposed to be a Mahjong series. Don't forget. Don't forget. This is about the Mahjong. Ah, Hamu dealt in. Hamu was pretty self-interested after all. Oh, she likes it. Oh my god, look at that smile. Look at how happy she is. She's finally happy again. But I think she'll stop herself. I think she'll hesitate to really immerse herself because she still wants to keep this distance. I'll make some ridiculous hands sometimes. I can't let my guard down. A naturally lucky person. A person blessed by the tiles, it seems. That would be nice. I ain't blessed by no tile. Holy crap! That's Yakuman. That's Yakuman. Mom just got a Yakuman, and she's not even home. The analogies of Mahjong, again, just swirl around me. To explain them would be to diminish the magic. You simply have to learn how to play Mahjong, and then it becomes so immediate. And then we turn to March. Could this be perhaps the fated encounter? She's got friends. Who knows how close she is with them. Can smile again, one step at a time. But none of these people will be precious to her. Still like to see him again. Ever feel this loneliness? Who's that by the plum grove? Oh, come on. This is too much. To have the flowers in the foreground? You for real about this? Oh, plum blossoms are so cute. They're so cute. No way. Come on. Come on, that's too much. That's too much. It's their little hamster. It's Hamu Hamu. And this one won't die just because you left the window open. Well, I don't know. Actually, probably Toki would die if you left the window open. Oh, it's so good. Oh, it's so lovely. I love this series, man. I'm really impressed with this series. That confession. That crazy reverse confession. You love me, don't you? Mm. Oh, so good. Okay. So, the story I was gonna tell. Back in grade 11, grade 12, maybe? I don't know. We were doing a Secret Santa among some friends of mine, and my one friend was like, "I want a hamster. I want a hamster." It's like, okay, like whoever's his Secret Santa, I guess just get him a hamster. Like if you want it, a pet is kind of a cool Secret Santa gift or whatever, or just a present in general. As long as you know they actually want it. Otherwise, it's a terrible, terrible, terrible gift. But he wanted it. He wanted a hamster. Um, he got the hamster. We had it in class. It was a lot of fun. The hamster was named Leonidas. And if you remember when you were reading Lily Love, is that what that series is called? The Tai Yuri series? I should get caught up on that again. But it had a hamster also named Leonidas, also named after the character from 300, and I was like, whoa, that's crazy. Anyways, Leonidas lived to a ripe old age and passed away of natural causes. But my friend, when he was talking about how much he wanted the hamster, told us a horrific story of a hamster he had before. So this is your last chance to just close this video. So he had a hamster, and the hair was getting really long. So his mom decided to cut the hamster's hair. And he came home, and his mom was standing in the kitchen with this bloody hamster. And she'd like nicked it. And it must have hit like an artery or something. And the hamster just bled out. And she just died. The hamster just died in his mother's hands. Oh, God!